All right. So I want to welcome Kwenda Lima for this conversation with Sarah. I am so excited and happy to have you here today. And I I contacted you because I highly admire the work that you're doing in the world. I think I first connected with you through Kizomba, and then I found out about, is it Kaizen Dance?
Kaizen
Okay,
Dance.
yeah, and I remember seeing a YouTube video, the first thing I had ever seen of Kaizen Dance, and there were like a bunch of adults sitting on the floor hugging each other and you were playing this beautiful like Kundalini yoga song or something like that, and I was like, wow, okay, this is wild work. I've never seen anything like this. I've got to meet this guy. So I'm really excited, and I just want to welcome you to our conversation today.
Thank you so much. It's all my pleasure to be here and to share this moment with you, Sarah. Thank you so much.
Yes, give thanks. So I think what I'm curious about most in this moment is, how did this Kaizen dance bubble up for you? Where does this come from?
Kaizen Dance, it starts when I was teaching different dances, and I start to realize that some people, when they come to the dance floor or to dance class, they don't they not coming just for to learn the steps. They come for something else, and most of them they need a connection, and most of them they need to meet people, to meet themselves through other people. So it's not just dance. They call dance, they call this dance A, this dance B, this dance C, but they really there for something else. So I start to pay attention on that, and I realized that because I love dance and I really respect dance, I have to do something more than just to teach people steps.
Mm,
And I start to observe them. I start to observe myself, and uh, and I decide, no, I have to do something more than just that.
yeah.
So it starts like that, and then I had to find a name for to call that. When you have a
Yeah.
baby, you before you have a baby, you always talk to your husband or wife and say, oh, how are we gonna call the baby? you know. So you start to find out because the
Mm,
name is really important.
mm,
It gives the personality. I believe that, and
yeah.
so I start to find the name for that, and it comes up that the Kaizen name, which is the Japanese name,
Mm,
they use a lot in some certain companies, and I try to find out what it means, Kaizen, and I realized that it means in constant improvement, and I said, that's it. This is really the name. It has to do with what I want to make people understand or to share with people in constant improvement, which
mm.
is through dance. That's why I called Kaizen dance, in constant improvement through dance. Hmm?
Yes. Oh, give thanks. I love that because it's like in life, constant
Yes,
improvement in
yes,
life. That's what we're doing
yes,
here.
yeah, exactly, exactly.
And it's so funny.
Non-stop.
I have to say that I just uncovered this thing. I don't know if you can read it, but it says, "What's my baby?"
Ah,
I just uncovered that just before you called, and I was like, what's my baby?" So very cool. I love hearing the name and what it means, and I also heard you say something about, I started to observe myself. What did you observe in yourself when you started noticing that people needed a deeper level of connection through dance?
everything starts from you. Um, and so that's why I had to observe myself. I had to make mistakes. I had to go through certain situation. I had to face certain situations. Some situations start to come through me for me to realize or to prepare myself for this kind of work. Because, you know, I do believe that when you ask life to give you something, it will give you.
Mm.
But sometimes we're not prepared to receive what we are asking to. So it takes time. It takes some time, but it's good. So
Mm.
in between, in the process, which is never end, because when it ends, it means that you're dead, no? So it's interesting because I'm still observing myself. I'm
Mm.
still learning. I'm still being educated. Even through my students, they educate me all the time. So we all in constant improvement. So the first thing that for me it's really important is to observe myself and to understand if I'm ready to share that with people, because
Mm.
I believe that deal with people is so important.
Mm.
And it's not just wake up and decide you're gonna deal with people, you're gonna make someone else happy. No, it's not like that. You have to have this happiness. You have to understand this happiness in within you, for you to be able to share with people, for to people to understand and to receive what you're able to do, to give or to share. So it takes time. It takes time. So that's why I said that I observe myself. I listen to myself.
And you know, I totally I hear a few things that stand out. Like one is that your students are just as much your teachers as you are teaching them, you know, that it's a symbiotic relationship.
Yeah, yeah,
And
that's yeah. Sorry.
no, that's okay. Do you have something to say on that?
No, no, no. It's really important for me. I never see my students down there. I always see them like an opportunity, because they made you and you make them. So it's like it's a compromise. It's like an agreement. I give
Mm.
you this, I share with you this, you share with me that. It's
Mm-hmm.
an agreement, consciously or unconsciously. So I cannot put myself up there in front of them, because they make me realize how important is my work. They make me realize if I'm going in a right way or not. So they guide me. They kind of guide me as well.
Give
So
thanks.
I cannot look at them like down there. I
Yeah.
always will respect them, because they make myself what I am now.
Mm.
So I have to be
Woo!
grateful.
I know there's so much thanks there, right? And it is the relationship. I think that's what I'm hearing you say more, is that they are guiding you. And I experience that too when I'm up in front of a group of people. I mean, the second I feel the energy shift or drop or something, I know, oh, okay, something's happening here. Like, where'd the energy go? And like, how do I tap into that again? Because it feels like that's where the aliveness is, you know? And I love that idea that, yeah, they're guiding you, you're guiding them. It is this just flow of
Yes,
energy. Yeah.
definitely, definitely, definitely.
And it's interesting. It reminds me of one of, like, my soul twin brother Lachi Pedroso in Cuba. He said to me a couple years ago when I was there, he was like, you know, you have to relax so that you can receive the energy the leader wants to give you, so that you can follow his lead. And when I heard that, it shifted everything for me, because it was like, oh yeah, and I think that that's exactly what you're speaking to, is that level of being able to receive the energy the students are open to receive, and then you're giving, and then they're giving and you're receiving, like it's happening on both sides.
Yeah, yeah, it happened. But sometimes you have this group of, sometimes you find, oh, group of people that you always share, you always give, but because they're not prepared to understand or to receive. They don't allow themselves to receive. So it's only the one way. It's
Mm.
you trying to give them and they not receiving. But this is the point that you reach to understand that, okay, I will respect that.
Mm.
Because, you know, all of us, we function in different frequency. So some people cannot or they don't have to be in the same frequency as you. So you have to respect, and if they're not able to receive, give them time.
Mm.
And it's your choice to say, okay, I'm gonna focus with those people that are receiving, because otherwise you're gonna get so tired
Mm.
because you're giving, 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 and you need to be recharged.
Right.
So it's a that's why for me to be a teacher, it's a really, really important thing, and it's not anybody can realize how difficult it is to be a teacher, how important and how serious is to be a teacher.
Mm.
You have to have those things in consideration. So we all make this way, but some of the people can understand deeply this relationship between a teacher and a student. Yeah. So for me,
Yeah.
it's amazing job, and it's always changing because people are different and people has the different history. So for me, it's a really important job dealing with art in
Mm.
specifically.
Give thanks. Um, I want to thank you because I feel like this past year, last year in particular, 2012, I um, started really connecting with this idea of being inside my body and how much I was living outside of myself. And that was giving me the experience of like all of these things that weren't feeling good. And as I was experimenting with living in my body, I remember watching, maybe seeing a video of yours teaching Kizomba to a huge group of people. And what I noticed was how centered you were. Well, from me, my perception was that you were centered in your body. And I learned so much from that. And I think when I've seen videos of you dancing Kizomba, it's like the second you embrace your partner, instead of going outside to her, you go inside to you and get so centered. And that's helping me so much in dance. So I want to thank you for modeling this body
No,
centeredness.
thank you for being sensitive to observe that, because still some people don't understand my way of teaching, my way of do a demo, a Kizomba demo, because normally I don't teach to show the other that I know. It's not my goal, and it's not do a demo to show you that I know and I'm good. No, it's not that. It's more than that. For me, it's more than that. Teaching Kizomba for me is to make people realize that through Kizomba as a tool, it could be other tools. I choose Kizomba, but it could be other tools that you can use that tool to understand yourself, to go deep to yourself. You understand? And through dance, it's incredible because people, okay, you have fun. It's true. We have to have this side of having fun and enjoy it.
Mm.
But we have to understand that there is more than just having fun. The way we call fun having fun is because our body, our system, inner body, it's reacting through something.
Mm.
So it must be something else more than just having fun, just this name, having fun. You must have something else. But you know, some people will go deep, and some people will stay there. It's nothing wrong, nothing bad. But I prefer to share this deep uh, part of Kizomba, which is goes inside yourself
Mm.
for to understand, to enjoy, to have fun, to discover it. and to bring it out,
Mm,
you know, through your partner or someone else that you embrace for to help you to share that
mm.
feeling and to express or to uh, um, through this that environment to make people reach the same thing you're reaching. For me, that's this amazing meditation.
Oh my God. I like what's coming to mind is have you ever read the book Eat, Pray, Love?
No, but I saw her speak about this book.
Okay. Uh,
Great.
yeah, it's powerful. It's reminding me of when she was in India in the pray part of the journey, and she was like, "Okay, I'm going to, um, I'm just gonna go on a meditation of silence, and I'm just gonna be that person off in the corner, like scrubbing the floors, and just be very pious and everything." And then they assigned her the role of the greeter for like new people coming to the ashram. And there's this part in the book where she talks about sitting at the back of the room with all of these people meditating in front of her, these new people that have just come. And she's like, I was lifted up on a wave of like meditation. They like I was riding on the wave of their meditation, and she had a beautiful experience from that. And I think that that's what I'm hearing you say is like um almost like we are the journey bringers, like we support people to take this journey, like the modern day shaman, to go
Exactly.
into themselves and then to be able to connect with others and share this beauty, this beautiful experience with others is magic.
Yeah, it's exactly that. It's exactly that.
Yeah. And um, that kind of brings me to another place, but I don't want to totally get like off of this. I watched a video of you. I think maybe it's the swimming festival in Paris or France, or
Paris.
does that sound familiar?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, and you were you were teaching with another Cap Verdean dancer, some traditional Cap Verdean dances, and the energy got so high. You all were like running around, you were dancing inside, outside, all this stuff, and then at the end, I remember just like seeing everybody kind of, it just dispersed, and I had this almost feeling of like wanting to cry for some reason. And I wondered, how do you, because you raise people up and support them to get so high, how do you get that, support them to ground in that again so they're present and like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I know, I know. This is interesting because you have to do it before you start. You have to do it before. That's why I do certain moves that some people don't understand why we jump, why we do some moves close to the earth and do those, these low moves. It's kind of make them rooted because
Yeah.
the when you get, it's like a trance, no, you get
Mm,
in trance. But some people they think that getting trance is just go somewhere else. You have to go to the same place. um, and no, you can get in trance for seconds, and it can make you cry, it can make you laughing, it can make you shout, it can make anything. People are different, body are different, no, but the first thing that I start to make them is to root them, to make them
mm-hmm.
get rooted because of that, because some people can just fly. Yeah,
Fly.
they can fly. But this is a conversation, interesting conversation, I think, uh, for make it the language to be much easier for not to. people understand that it's a transcendental language. No,
Yeah.
it's not. It's a really simple thing that happens all the time with us.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
I
it was really nice. That workshop was really good because I did with my friend Elio Santos.
yeah.
He's from Cape Verde as well, and we are so friendly. We know each other, so we decide, okay, we're gonna bring this Cape Verde, our country, to those people's heart. We have to
Mm.
bring them, and it was interesting. It was really nice. We made it.
Give thanks. I mean, I think just from the little bit of, I do West African dance, mostly Guinea style West African and some Sabar from Senegal, but
Yeah,
also, djembe style.
yeah.
So I feel like it's very similar probably to Cap Verdean dance in some ways, just because it has that element. And at the same time, and maybe I'm wrong, I don't know, maybe you have an opinion
No,
on that.
it's not. There is always something similar, the energy, but not the steps. The steps, the
Mm,
way they do the things in or each of those countries you mentioned are different. They
right.
are, but of course, because it's a part of Africa and the history, we always have some element, as you well said, similar. The
Mm,
energy, our history. So it makes you realize that there is something similar. I
right.
am.
Yeah, and it's interesting because I think just from the little bit of Cap Verdean dance that I've seen because of you, I've never seen it before, but I noticed the joy. It's like when I watch you and then you and Helios Santos, is that his
Santos.
name? Um, Dancing at the swimming festival, there was so much joy. That was the thing that stood out.
That's what joy. It's really important, but make sure you're honest with yourself when you're enjoying situation, because in Cape Verde we have that, and I would love to Cape Verde to keep this joy part, because it's really important. It's really important to understand your culture, to share with people, and to understand the joyful part. Not just joy because it looks good. No, 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 no. It's to feel it. It's to go inside you, to feel it, to enjoy it, to be yourself. At
Mm,
least individually, you have something, instead of just be with the group, but individually you have your power,
yes.
and that's what it's
Woo!
really important. That's really important.
Give thanks. Absolutely. I feel so enlivened hearing you say that because it's like, yes, it's so good to connect with others. It's so good to have that connection, and from an empowered that you place, feel you want to share as we start to sign off from our conversation today.
Yeah, I just would love to, especially in this kizomba world now, dance in general. But because Kizomba is getting to US and everybody's so interested in Kizomba, I would love to let people, to tell them, yes, enjoy it. But most important thing is to respect each other.
Mm,
And not use dance or to make it as one more tools to create work in this world, because there is a lot of um, uh, tools that people are using for to create work. So why we are using Kizomba again? So no, it's not a way for to create work. Probably we can find tools to create peace. So, but to find tools to create peace, you have to be yourself have to be in peace. I understand that people, when they create work, you know, it's the only thing that they know. But those people that are conscious about the peace, about this connection, about this situation, they should be the reference. They should be the reference to show that we can create peace within, in
mm,
between us. using kizomba as a tool. It could be other kind of dance. But instead of create this kind of competition and this kind of fears, make people fear that because they're gonna lose something or they're gonna lose something that they think they don't have or they think they have, that is creating this big war in between dancers art. And for me, art is something really important.
Give thanks.
Really important because in this world without art,
Nothing.
huh? You don't have. Can you imagine? Can you imagine the world without art? We are nothing, nothing. We die. We just die. But yes, this is the only thing that I would love to share and to make them inspire to the teacher, any teacher. If they really want to be a teacher, they make sure that they share something with them students to inspire them in their life, to inspire people that come to them class to watch, to enjoy, to inspire them. Make sure that you share, you have something to give them, not just the, as I said, the peel or the skin of the fruit. Just give them the fruit.
That's so great. I know, like, why withhold anything, right?
So yeah.
Give them the fruit. Well, thank you so much, Kwenda
Thank
Lima, for talking with us today. And how can people find out more about the work that you're doing in the world right now?
In the moment, I'm still doing the website that I'm trying to make it better for people to access. Some information in Facebook, but the Facebook for me it's really tough because I'm going there sometimes to put my things, but I never have this patience to reply or to. So all through uh, my site is under construction. It will be soon ready for to share this, but some people will share always my work through them Facebook, which I'm really thankful for them, and so through them some people will get to know what I'm
Yes.
doing.
You're a little bit of a mystery man.
Oh my God! Sometimes you have to hide. Sometimes, sometimes you have
Yes.
to hide because otherwise they're gonna kill you.
Ah, give thanks. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Sarah, and I hope you all the best. I wish you
Yes.
all the best for you and for your family. And thank
Yes.
you for this opportunity you gave me and
Yes.
to share this little thing with the people that I really love them. I would love to have all the time. I ask to have wisdom to love them back because they
Yes.
love me and they give me a lot. They've been giving a lot, and every day I ask to have this wisdom to love them back and
Ah.
not to hurt them. So
Woo.
thank you so much for giving me this
Yes.
opportunity, Sarah. And God bless you, huh?
Yes. Thank you.
And enjoy life because life is really nice. Enjoy.
Woo! And I want to say your website is kwendalima.com.
Let's come. Yes.
Okay, great. And my name is Sarah Haykel. You can connect more with the work that I'm doing at sarahhaykel.com. And signing off, we'll look forward to our next conversation. Kwenda
Yes.
Lima, the ultimate highest love, light,
Thank
blessings for
thank you so
always. Yes. Thank you for being here with us today.
definitely. Bye bye, Sarah.
Ciao.
Ciao.